This is GACenter, your look at the Grand Arena Championships of content creators from around the globe. Here are your hosts, Flair from Gaming Embers and the Nev from the Escape Pod Cast.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's the show to end all shows. Season 1 is over. Woo! Flair has his reprieve. This is Flair's last show. Don't forget, everybody. Flair's last live broadcast in the co-host chair. So, yes.
That it is.
Yes, that it is. We're not going to go straight into the awards and stuff like that. We're going to have a bit of a chinwag. I was supposed to do an audio brief for all of the competitors, all of the new competitors that we're bringing on this season, because we are covering 19 new competitors this season. That is an absolutely bonkers number, but we've just been adding people left, right, and centre over the weekend. I mean, when we did last week's show, we told you of the 10 that we were adding. Well, we added another 9. Literally, we added another 9 because of the whole change to the format of the show for season 2. There will be no interview. Our resident musician and clip editor, Andy Beads, my Canadian amigo, will be writing, producing, cutting, editing, all of the shenanigans. We're going to do a 5-minute clip reel at the end of the show instead of an interview. And, all of the competitors will be able to, submit their clips. I know it was something that we really wanted to do last year, but we just didn't have the time to fit it in the show. So we figured we'll have a few more competitors and we'll cut their interview. But this year, yes, we are definitely having a clip reel at the end of every single show. So if you have like squads that you are particularly proud of, counters that you are particularly proud of that did particularly well, we are going to put clips together and we're going to put them in a 5-minute reel. Obviously, we're not going to be able to get like 60 clips. It's a 5-minute clip reel. So we're not going to be able to get everybody's, but
unless it's a fail composition, because it's just like fail.
Yes. So sometimes we'll do a fail composition. Sometimes it'll be a success composition. Sometimes it'll be a WTF. Did I just see Resistance beat Darth Revan, or did I just see Rogue One defeat GG? It'll be
this might be a thing as well. And I haven't. Here's the thing, guys. I've actually not been talking much with production staff because I've been busy with all my other stuff. Viewers, this is as my last show. I encourage you. I implore you to reach out to your content creators that you enjoy watching that are part of this show. If you don't know who all they are, you will know it by the end of the episode. To clip stuff for them. If you see something that you find enjoyable that you would want other people to see, clip it, send it to the creator, and have them send it to us. Well, to Neil and Ranger and all of them. Mm-hmm. Send it to them.
Yeah, and then
viewers,
send it to us. Viewers,
yes, do it for me.
Okay, so let's get into all of the big announcements that have been, kind of being drip fed to the competitors, both old and new, and to some of the fans over the past week. Yes, Season 2 is going to be shorter than Season 1. Well, that
by
is
popular
official.
Demand from our competitors.
By popular demand, we are reducing the length of a season from 6 months to 4 months, with a mind to reducing it a further month for Season 3 to 3 months. And this will enable us to do 4 seasons of GAC over a calendar year, as opposed to the current method, the old, the Season 1 method, which would only have allowed us to get 2 seasons of GAC in a calendar year. So by the time we hit Season 3, we will have reduced it to 3 months. The primary reason we wanted to just reduce it to 4 for season 2 is so that we can at least generate some stats from in a competitive environment from the new competitors that we are going to be covering in season 2, because this brings me on to the next announcement. We have split Div 4 last season. We broke Div 1 into 3 sections. For Season 2, we will be breaking Division 1 down into 4 standard sections. So we will have the Premier League, but everybody else that's in Div 1 will be broken down by GP and Top 80 into Major League, Triple A, Double A, Single A. So we're using baseball analogies for the naming.
Are you sure you're not using basketball?
No, we're not using basketball. Yeah, all right, fine. We're using basketball then. Yes, so we're using basketball league naming conventions. So the high-end GP and that high-end top 80, we are going to have 12 competitors in that division. They will be the major leagues. Division immediately underneath that, Triple A, that will have 12 competitors in it. Close in GP, close in top 80. Under that, Double A will also have 12. Single A, we're only putting 10 in. And the reason why we're only putting 10 in is because there is still going to be, during that 4-month period of Season 2, some potential promotions from Division 2 into Division 1. Which brings me on to the next announcement. Division 1 leagues will now be fixed. There will be no promoting. Interdivisional promoting of Division 1 during a season. People will move.
So we talked, Neil caught me up with this a little bit before the show tonight. And basically, a lot of the decisions for this is, obviously GAC is based on your top 80 in your roster, and so by using the initial divisional splits, but then looking at that top 80, with a little bit of a threshold in there, you can figure out who are the people that would most likely be paired up together. And we already see one of them happening. One is we already know one's we don't know for sure, but we know 2 of our competitors are already in the same pool of 8. And I think that's is that Gridden and...
Yes, Gridden and DB Official are in the same pool of 8. In the same division, in one of our same divisions, and they just so happen to be in the same group the very first week of the very first month of Season 2. So that's awesome. That's really, really good. So really, really happy with that. So now the reason for the primary reason for the fixing of the divisions is because the Premier League is fixed. Now, while Major League, Triple A, Double A, and Single A, those groupings are done purely on GP and the top 80. The Premier League is also on merit. It's not done on GP. It's done by the top 80 and merit. Now, this did cause a little bit of it caused a little bit of
contention.
Contention. It was a little bit. There was a small amount of contention in how lopsided it was going to make the Premier League. So what we did was we realized that just basing it off merit alone was not sufficient enough to create a merit-based division that wasn't lopsided. So what we did was we added a criteria, and the criteria that we've added, so all future competitors, and that will include the 3 people that get promoted into the Premier League at the end of Season 2, will also be required to fit the criteria of 2.1 million GP in their top 80, which is a very, very good indicator that the competitor has GLs. I've checked every single competitor that is on our roster, and anybody that is 2.1 or above has 2 GLs and is going for a third, or already has the third. So that is
some have 4.
No, not at the lower end. As you get close to 2.3, 2.4, yeah, those people have got 3/4 GLs. But somebody with roughly 2.1, most of the competitors with 2.1 have at least 2. There are always exceptions to the rule, Flair. There are always exceptions to the rule.
SWGOH has so much math and everything and calculations. Yeah. This confuses me. This is everyone else's job. Yeah. I'll be honest. I never played with. I was like, oh, I like this character. I'm going to level him up. I'm going to play with him.
But we are trying. So we are trying to level the playing field for our top contenders, and the reason for this is because in season 3. Once season 3 will be fixed, 3 people from the Premier League will go down a division, and the 3 people in the majors will go up, providing, of course, they fit the criteria. And when you look at the way that the GP is set, both the GP and the top 80, anybody in Major League fits the criteria and can automatically go up. We don't have to worry about criteria. The 3 best in the majors will get promoted to the Premier League, and the 3 worst competitors in the Premier League will be relegated down. So that's the way it's going to work.
And also, chat's kind of talking a little bit. Also, just remember that season 2 is a 4-month season.
Yep,
instead of a 6-month season. And hey, I will be honest, 6 months felt like forever. It was forever.
It did feel like forever.
Look at the state of everything that's happened over the course of 6 months. 4 months is a little bit shorter, and eventually 3 months is even shorter. So, yeah.
Well, my mindset for the reason for doing 4 is because currently the way that things are being, the way that GAC cadence is currently going is 3v3, 5v5, 3v3, 5v5. So I didn't want to immediately drop it to 3 and have a season containing 2 months of 3v3 and 1 of 5v5. So the reasoning in the back of my mind why we just lowered it to 4 was so that there would be 2, at a risk of
2 and 2.
Assuming the cadence, it'd be 2 and 2. So there'd be 2 months of 3v3 and 2 months of 5v5. So Can you get relegated to Div 5? No, Ando, you can't get relegated to Div 5. So, based off this, I have already spoken to the 2 competitors that will not be going to the Premier League, that would have gone to the Premier League were we not to change the criteria at the last minute. And they have graciously accepted the new criteria. So, the Premier League that you will be expecting to see for Season 2 is not the Premier League that you were expecting to see for Season 2. But you will have to wait until after we've done some awards. So, we are going to jump into these awards. And then as soon as the awards are done, we'll have a quick break. And then we'll talk about all of the new competitors and how the divisions look immediately afterwards. So, let's get stuck into Division 4 champion, obviously Bulldog.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest.
Let's be honest. There's nothing to say other than he went undefeated. There's no ups. There's no downs. There's no, he had trouble here. He won it. But unfortunately,
he had some sloppy battles here and there, but it was always sloppy battles that he knew he was winning.
Yeah.
It was battles that were, it was pretty much, a dude got stuck on a gas and he still had stuff to at least get more banners. And throughout the entirety of GACenter, he was just smashing it over and over and over and over. So
that's the way it goes. Yeah. So unfortunately, Bulldog couldn't be here today to receive his award because he legitimately can't do a video. Poor dude has chicken pox. So
we were trying to come up with excuses for people that didn't make a video or something like that to accept their award for winning their bracket. He actually has a legitimate
He has a legitimate reason. So just to let you know, those were his stats for the year: 72-0, All those banners, all those wins, not that many losses, and not that many holds. So
I mean, across a 6-month period, that's not a lot. That's
not a lot. Anyway,
less than 10 losses a month.
Less than 10 losses, yeah. So let's move on to Div 3. Renard the Fox.
Oh, favorite German fox.
Our favorite German fox. And our favorite German fox is here to accept his... he is here to accept his award. So I give you Renard.
Hello there. I'm not the drawing that you're looking for. I'm George, aka Renard the Fox, and GAC Season 1 Division 3 champion. First of all, I want to thank Neil, who brought me last year to GACenter to join this fantastic team, and I'm very proud to be a part of this amazing group. Thanks for that. I also want to thank all Division 3 competitors, and of course the other division competitors which I am following, but special thanks to Vendetta, who was the man to beat and had really some bad luck towards the end of the season. I would have loved to have an overall efficiency battle for the title, but man, it was a definitely great, tough and exciting season with no space for mistakes. And I can't wait to get started for Season 2. Of course I will try to defend my title. Back to you guys.
Very well put. I thought that was very nice. It's so not. It was not. It was nice. I just, yeah. I was really, really looking forward to that one. I must admit. So yes, our favourite German fox picking up that award. On to Div 2. This one was a very, very, very close fight between Olimar and Bomber.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much the second half of the season, it was backwards and forwards. There was a time where Bomber did have the lead. Did have the lead. But Olimar just came in, swept him out of the way, and you know, I think Bomber had a 1 and 2, which just kind of put him on tilt for the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Bomber did have a 1 and 2, I do believe, that just put him on the rest. Just put him on tilt. So
we'd have to go back and look at all the reports.
We would have to go look and report. So let's hear Olimar accept his award.
What? Me? I won? There's no way! I can't believe it! This is a moment I've waited for and strived for all my life. So many people to thank. I'd like to thank my wife and my kids for putting up with me being missing from their lives for the past 6 months as I've stared at a phone screen trying to figure out the best way to defeat a galactic legend. I'd like to thank my guildmates for being stupid enough that they need me to explain every little thing to them every single time. Just made me a better player. And I'd like to thank the production crew for the GACenter for putting on this epic season. Thank you. Thank you. This will be cherished for the rest of my life.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was Olimar. Thank you, Olimar, for graciously accepting your award. And we're on to the Div 1s. We're on to the big boys
also,
now.
guys, seriously, I have not seen any of these.
Yeah, Flair hasn't seen any of these yet.
I'm getting to experience these guys with you.
So, Div 1, freshman, it was, another obvious one. 2 losses. One because of a head injury, which he didn't play. His sub lost it for him. And then, obviously, we all know about that defeat to his girlfriend. We all know about the defeat to his girlfriend. We have given him so much crap
over the season since it occurred. Because until then, he was undefeated. And so it's just like, wow.
So, nice little award acceptance speech from Bitcoin.
Hi everyone, this is Bitcoin from the Big Chubowski. I won the Division 1 freshman competition in GACenter, but you can be the judge if I'm actually a freshman, I guess. Anyway, I have a few people to thank for winning. First of all, Fruit Ninja Mike for inviting me into the competition, so thank you for that, good sir. Secondly, the other people in my bracket for not winning, so that allowed me to win. Third, I want to thank all of the opponents who thought that they could soft counter my Relic 7 Spirit. It turns out that you actually could not do that. Then I want to thank all of the people who took absolutely no effort to change their offense and defense, and especially those who kept everything for offense to boost my defensive numbers. You are so immensely generous, and I can't thank you enough. Then finally, I'd like to thank my very supportive girlfriend for giving the hosts of the competition so much to talk about, and of course the hosts themselves for everything they've done. I'm looking forward to the next season. Peace out.
Thank you, Bitcoin. Much appreciated. I thought you might like that. Okay, the next award, obviously, we're just going through the divisions at the moment. Obviously, the Division 1 Standard Top was a very, very close match between Fruit Ninja Mike and Endel Beal. Those two went toe-to-toe the last half of the season. Fruit Ninja Mike went completely undefeated the second half of the season. He went 36-0 the second half of the season. And Endel was Endel was so close to him. It really, 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 really went down to the wire. Fruit Ninja Mike has a special acceptance speech for everybody.
Oh, hi there. I'm Fruit Ninja Mike, and I just won the Division 1 Standard Division inaugural season on GACenter. And I would like to thank my Fruit fans, the production staff, and my competitors for making it a really great season, making it a reality. And now for a delicious papaya.
What?
I know. He should have hung it from a rope and chopped it in half, is what he should have done.
That was lazy in chat goes, that was beautiful.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
I don't know what I watched, but it was a work of art.
Look, his icon is him using a lightsaber,
A watermelon, yes.
Yeah. I mean, if you win, see anything in season 2, Mike, what you need to do is get on the After Effects. You need to get Adobe After Effects and turn your sword into a lightsaber, string up a fruit, and chop the damn thing in half. It will look so cool. In fact, do that, send me the video, and I will add the Adobe After Effects lightsaber for you, okay?
We'll fix that for you.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to... Everybody knows what's coming up next. Zareth, the king of GAC... 64-8, 155,000 banners, 697 wins, 112 losses, 247 holds. What does Zareth have to say about himself?
Hello everyone, and welcome to another glorious display of Zareth's domination. Guys, this has been a remarkable season for me. Not only have I just totally swept aside every last vestige of resistance to my claim to the throne, I've also done it smiling. It's been great. I've had lots of things to go around. I don't even know where to start. I think the biggest thanks I need to give, though, is, thank you to my own inborn natural skill and talent, without which it would have been marginally more difficult to have attained this title. So, gosh, I'm sorry. I'm not really. I wanted to do that, though. That seemed fun. Guys, it's been a lot of fun. This has been a great season. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, for watching me. For those of you who do actually watch me. Thank you to the Escape Pod cast guys to do this. It's been a lot of fun watching you guys work and do some good work. And I also I want to thank Fruit Ninja Mike for being in the group, staying in the middle group, so that I could win this one. Because without your contributions to that group rather than contributions to my group, I wouldn't have won. So, lots of thanks for real to go around. I'll tell you what, my favorite thing about this whole 6 months, yes, winning is great, but I think my favorite part has been learning about the Twitch community and a lot of other content creators that I just hadn't met before. Just really opened my eyes to that, and really looking forward to the next season and whatever it's going to bring. I don't assume I'm going to stand any chance next to some of the some of the extremely talented people in the Premier League, but it'll be fun. We'll see where it goes, and maybe I get lucky. So, with that said, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Zareth prevails. At least this season.
There we go. That was Zareth. Now, we do have a couple of honorable mentions. So we do have a couple of other awards. So there was an award for the most offensive competitor of the season, and that was to Black Mamba, who got the most battle wins of any competitor in GAC. That's all the Div 1s. That's everybody. I mean, a Div 1 person is going to beat all of the lower divs anyway, but, he scored more battle wins than any other Division 1 competitor and the lower divisions. But he could not be here tonight to accept his awards. Why was it, again, he could not be here, Flair?
He's probably on a victory lap still from the fact that he snuck himself right into the Premier League. It surprised not just himself, but also Neil and myself, because we were assuming for the longest time that he was just outside of it. We weren't looking 2 paces down from the boards when we did this. So
we were not.
I think
we were not.
No.
So,
but yeah.
Yeah, that brings us on to, so obviously then, if you've got someone who is, then there's a special mention for someone for being offensive. There is an award for the King of D.
And we already know who it is.
It is Endel, but he did also win the award for the best 3v3 week. So here is Endel giving us his acceptance speech for his awards.
I've heard this one's really good.
Hi, I've been told that I won the Best D award for the last season of GAC, which is good to hear because, I did work very long and very hard to get this Best D award. So thanks for that, I guess. I know that my D got many holds, many holds. So thank you for recognizing me with this award. And also, thanks for the Best 3v3 Week award as well.
You don't like double entendres at all, do you, Flair?
Oh.
Okay.
Neil, can I play a game that's all like weird niche Japanese like stuff that's not new to me, but still it's just
Come on, it was me. I started it. I've been calling him the King of D and saying how hard his D is.
Yes.
All season. So anyway, there was obviously a mention for Whatever won the award for best 5v5 week. So we do have an acceptance speech for the best 5v5 week from Whatever.
Hello there, this is Whatever, and thank you very much for this awesome award. First of all, I want to thank, of course, my opponents that enabled me to do these high scores that I achieved. And I also want to thank my now former guild, ANZGC Deathwatch, that unfortunately I had to leave for personal real-life changes. Otherwise, I definitely would have stayed with this bunch of nice people. They actually made me start recording my GAC videos, uploading it, and it's been a fun half a year being part of GACenter. I'm looking forward to Season 2, and thank you very much for this awesome medal. Of course, it's real gold, sure. And let's see what the future will bring. Bye. May the force be with you.
Okay, and the last honorable mention before we go to break, the last honorable mention is the Wooden Spoon Award. This award goes to the person who was good at being bad.
And this was duked out from a.
This was a heavily contested award. The fight
by
was
two people.
Between two people.
We thought it was going to be one for the longest time.
Yeah, we did. We honestly thought it was going to be Going Nerdy, because Going Nerdy is bad.
And then for some reason, our winner, a switch was flipped. And he
decided that he needed to be better at being bad than Thaddeus. So here's the acceptance speech from the wooden spoon winner.
Thank you very much, Neil. Thank you very much, Flair. I hope that I've inspired. I wanted to definitely thank you guys for the Wooden Spoon Award. This means so very, very, very much. But the person I mostly have to thank is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. When you started racking up the losses there, I knew that I couldn't get an award because I kept going 1 and 2. But then I saw your amount of losses, and I aspired to be able to do that. You wanted to be the best at being bad. And everybody tells me that I'm the worst content creator at GAC, so I can't possibly let this opportunity pass me by. So I pulled out all the stops. Thank you, Thaddeus. You are bad at being bad. I'm better at being bad than you. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart to everybody in the GACenter Discord server who cheered me on as I continued to lose battle after battle after battle. And all those people that are all hardcore about GAC and putting, 2 GLs down when I only have 1. Thank you for making this possible. Meatbags.
Okay, that's it. That's the awards out of the way. We're gonna cut to we're gonna cut to a break, and then as soon as we get back from the Patreon's choice bit that we cover in the first break, we will go over the new tables for season 2, and everybody gets to see where they are, and there's a surprise in there for you, Ando. So we'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the results week for the 5v5 week, the last month of the GACenter season of the Patreon's leaderboard. This segment brought to you by the Patreons of the Escape Podcast. Are you not a streamer but enjoy the show and would like to see your name up here on boards just like the content creators that you're seeing? Join the Escape Podcast Patreon at the Kyber Combatant level or higher to get on the Patreon leaderboard. Head on over to patreon.com/theescapepod to sign up. I am Paul Anthony, and as always, I'm joined by my robotic life partner, Newbie from Helly and the Noob, as we take a look at how everyone did this week, but it's not how everyone did this week. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the show once again, your Patreon champion for this month. And, you hear the guys talk about how, everyone did over different seasons and stuff. The Patreon leaderboard is just simply a month-to-month leaderboard. And it, join. It's a lot of fun. You could end up just like Dr. JoJo up here on the big screen as the Patreon champion. How are you this month, Dr. JoJo?
I'm doing all right.
Excellent. So you almost lost it this month.
I did.
Tell us what went through your mind coming up to that moment.
Well, so it was in the last week, and I think it was the 10-0 match going into the middle of the round with that, and I out rostered the opponent. So I full cleared one shot all of his ground zones and had left the fleet to later. And he had 2, marginal fleets. I have my Negotiator and my Malevolent. So I go Negotiator versus, I think, a Rebels fleet. Second it loads up, app crashes.
Oh, and are you BlueStacks or are you playing on your phone?
On my phone.
Oh, so a phone crash.
A phone crash. So it's a strong enough rebel fleet that I couldn't clean it up with anything. So I took out the other fleet with my malevolence and left this one standing. So I'm now at a point where it's like he had my back zone still to fight, and I had a Ray and a Jedi Knight Revan, and he needed 56 banners to beat me. So if he only took out the Jedi Knight Revan but didn't touch the Ray, he would have been able to beat me. But he wasted 2 battles trying to kill the Ray and never even attacked the Revan.
Oh.
And so I won by 56. Whether or not he would have been able to get, like, he had burned enough stuff that he may not have been able to even, like, touch the Revan, but I just passed by on the skin of my teeth. And I pulled it up afterwards. He, like, the first of the Ray batches, like, he literally had, like, just down to red on my Ray. So had he, like, been able to pull off that victory, he would have probably won.
Oh my gosh. Did you have any other close calls throughout this, or was this pretty much the match that decided the championship?
This would have been the match that decided it. I had one tight match earlier on where another crash killed me. I was bringing my Treya versus Geos, and it crashed right away. And I thankfully was able to beat the Geos with my Finn resistance squad, because without it, like, I would not have had enough to clear the rest of his board, because he had a strong defense, and I had planned it out exactly to knowing the teams I needed, and had, like, just the one left, the Finn team as my one spare team as, like, a potential cleanup, because with, like, a Relic Stick Ray and a Finn and all that, they can pack a good punch. And I use that against Geos every once in a while, and thankfully it was able to it was a weak enough Geos to take it out. But that was the only other fairly close match. Actually, my last match after this one, which was a guy who had higher lifetime banners, literally texted me sent an in-game message saying, "I got Kyber, I just want the feats now." Like, I set an easy defense. Hopefully you do the same.
That's awesome. I love the people that help them, and also, you know, in true form and fashion, we have the noob sitting over here, you know. So he will forever be known, as you said, as the meat bag.
Yes. So I had no thoughts I was going to get that feat. I have I think that required HK and T4.
Mm-hmm.
My T4 is like gear 7. Like, totally didn't have any chance, any thought of actually being able to get that one. But because it was all against a bunch of, like, gear 1 opponents, it was a 63 banner battle.
Yeah. I failed to get it because my last opponent didn't set any ground units. I had geared up ready to go. My last opponent set no ground units, so I was screwed out of clearing territories, underdogs, and everything at the last moment. I wouldn't have gotten Kyber anyway, but I'm glad that at least you do.
Well, now, given this upcoming GACenter or GAC, where they are rehashing old ones, you have a chance in the future of getting Meatbag.
Yeah, that is true. You know, I do have Master Ceremonies, which I like. Next, coming up right now, as has been mentioned, is 3v3. How you feeling?
So my roster is typically well geared towards 3v3. It's not. I enjoy it, but it's not. I like 5v5 better, but that I have 3 Galactic Legends, and my overall GP is only 5.7. So I tend to get matched up against fewer Galactic Legends, which is a huge advantage in 3s. So I tend to I've gone 12-0 a few times, 11-1 a few times. So you'll probably find me near the top of the board again coming up.
You hear that? Hear that, other Patreons? He's coming for you again. But you don't get as many banners, so you have to get that win-loss in order to keep that spot on top of the leaderboard. Well, what do you put your chances at being there this coming month?
I'm liking my chances.
Right.
In prep for it, I relicked up IG-11 and Queel. So my IG-11 is Relic 5 with probably about 200,000 combined health and protection. Queel is Relic 4, and I plan on running Ray with the two of them. And basically saying, see if you can beat it.
All right. Well, we're going to leave it at that. We're running a little bit over. Thank you and congratulations again, Dr. JoJo, for coming on. I am Paul Anthony for the Noob in the Escape Podcast Patreons. We thank you for joining us. Be nice to each other, damn it. We're going to go ahead and send it back to the Nev Flair. Flair's final episode, guys, for the rest of the awards. And where do the boards shake up coming up? You've already seen a few of them, I think. If not, they're coming up. This is an exciting time for GACenter as we head into season 2. Now on to more with Neil and Flair, and possibly the big boys. Take it away, boys.
And we're back. Okay, thank you very much for that, Paul. The first commercial breaks always for our Patreons. We have a lot of Patreons. We like to get them included. They're not content creators, so we can't really include them in their leagues because they don't stream or post their GACs like everybody out there does. So we like to, it's a little bit of an inclusion for our Patreons, and a certain level Patreons can be included in the league, and we will be doing that every single week for season 2 as well. But I know what everybody's chomping at the bit. Everybody wants to see the divisions. So let's bring up the Premier League first. This is what the Premier League is going to look like at the start of season 2, which technically has already officially begun because we have got the lock-in for the first week. There it is. That is the Premier League, and yes, there are two big differences on there. There is Ando in there and Ranger J 1999. Now, Finn and Mort were the two people that graciously, like I said before, accepted the changes to the criteria for entry into the Premier League. But Ando and Ranger were both people that fit the criteria, and statistically, they were the next 2 best players of all of the Division 1 players. So that is why Ando is there, and that is why Ranger is there. I don't know if Ando's going to be happy or sad that he's in the Premier League, because obviously he's no longer got... he's saying, oh crap. Because Ando, I've taken away from Ando his main rival of Rambam. So, smallest violin in the world playing just for you. But that's what happens. That's what happens, Ando, when you go 15-0 in the last 15 rounds of season 1. You absolutely played a blinder towards the end of the season, and it just rocketed you up your table. So that's the way the cookie crumbles. You are in the Premier League of Division 1. Now, obviously, the 3 people that finish at the bottom of this table will get relegated into the major leagues, and the 3 people at the top of the major league will get promoted up. But we're going to go through the divisions in reverse order, and the people in Div 3, Div 4 are going to be very happy with what they see next. Oh my god! There's a big thing missing there. Has anybody noticed something missing from Div 3-4?
Wait. I'm keeping track now. What?
So certain Bulldog is missing from Div 3-4. Bulldog absolutely annihilated Division 4 last season. He went 72-0. Technically, because of what happened to his main account, he had to start another main account. But with his wealth of knowledge of the game and his experience, he was literally able to build from the ground up the perfect GAC team. What most people don't know is that his main account ran in tandem with his wife's. He's now taken control of his wife's. So we're going to be covering an account that is more consummate with his skill level. So he's covering a 6.5 mil GP account. That's what we're going to be covering. So everybody is all getting piled into Div 3, Div 4. So, because it's all the same criteria, we'll see how these guys do, but they do not have to contend with a Bulldog. So,
and also, so people, just so people remember, our criteria for placement in the board is based on round wins and round losses. If they tie up, then it goes to
banner difference.
And then for some reason, if they match that number, then it just delineates further and further. So because 3 and 4 do have a difference of one team.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, Div 2 is pretty much the same as it was last season. We are expecting maybe 1 or 2 people to be promoted from Div 2 to Div 1. I would say Geek Girl, Scribe, and Kate Gaming, but Geek Girl is terrified of Division 1, so I think she's going to cling on to dear life. That 4 point, when she gets to 4.45, I think she's just going to cling on to it. She's going to cling on to it for dear life. And of course, we have the ever famous Kate Gaming in Division 2.
Wow, she's so famous.
She's so famous. We all aspire to be as famous as Kate Gaming. I'm sure one day, Flair, you and I will be as famous as Kate Gaming. But let's move on. Okay, so this is the first of the Division 1s. It's not freshmen anymore. Like I said, we're splitting Division 1 into 4 groups. It's Majors, AAA, AA, Single A. This is the Class A Division 1. Bomber Fett, Brick, Hardmeat, Calvin Awesome, Ramby, Spartan, the Llama, the Nev, Tilo Mad, Urza, and Yeti. And I'm already regretting being in this division because Yeti's there and I know he can kick my ass. But also Calvin Awesome, who won, is a former Division 3 and a former Division 2 champion. So I'm fully expecting those two to completely run away with this division. But it's nice to have some new faces. So Brick Hardmeat, Calvin Awesome, the Llama, Tilo Mad, and Urza. The one and only Urzatron, the heartthrob of the Outer Rim. 5 new competitors. All there. Looking forward to it. Well, maybe not, because, yeah.
You're not looking forward to it, exactly.
I'm really, really, really not looking forward to it. Hey, I finished. I will be lucky if I get the same finishing position in my... I finished 4th in my division in Season 1. I will be lucky. Very bloody lucky to finish in 4th in a division this tough.
You won't.
So let's move on to the double A's. The double A's: Cubs Fan Han, DB Official, Finn, Fortmore, Gridsy, Jigabachi, Ricky P, Rico, The Wolf, whatever, Wigsy, and Wrangler. We've got several new people here. We have Ricky P, Rico, The Wolf. So we've got 4 new people in Division 1 Double A League. So there is some new competition there.
Wait. I only count 3. 3 new names.
Yeah, there's only 3 new names in there.
Yeah, you said 4.
Oh, did I? Oh, my apologies. There's 3 new names in here. This division, not entirely unlike all of the other ones. We do have I've got the spreadsheet up here. The spread for this one is, the GP spread itself isn't that massive. We're talking people that are around about 5 to 6 mil GP, but the top 80 we're talking around about 1.8 to 2. So we're trying to keep the spread as close together as possible. So let's move on to the next one. Triple A's. Bulldog, DPK, Dr. Zeppers, Going Nerdy, It's Just Ian, Lalinda77, Mudbump, Paul Anthony, Scorch the Hoss, That's No Moon, The Senate, and Thisk. We have Dr. Zeppers, Lalinda, The Senate, and Thisk. Those are the 4 new competitors in
as well as
this.
Bulldogs. The count
technically Bulldog is it's
4.5.
It's 4.5. It's 4.5. Yeah, it is 4.5. So yeah, should be interesting. Okay, here we go. Who's in the majors? This is going to be the big one. This is the one where 3 will go up to the Premier League, and from the Premier League, 3 will come down. Clash, Dylar, Grace Gamer, good old Maurice, Heinze, Kioe, Lazy Turtle, Loki, Mandalore, Nooch, Rambam, and Warrior. We have Clash is new, Grace Gamer is new, Gom is new, Kioe is new, Loki is new, Hooch is new, Warrior. We've got 7 new competitors in the major league.
This is a pretty new board. So this
is the newest of them all. Because, well, to be honest with you, a lot of the new people that they've all got very, very high GPs. I mean, the majors are. I mean, the spread on the majors is 6.8 to 7.6 million GP,
God.
And the average top 80 is 2.3. It's basically 2 2s, 2 3s, and 2 4s. So it's 200k in the top 80 for the major leagues. Yeah, this division is going to be interesting. And like I said, we've made this division so that everybody in it, the 3 best performers in this division will be promoted to the Premier League for Season 3. Who's your money on? Who's your money on? If you had to put money on it now, who would you put money on being in that top 3? It's not an easy one. This is not an easy one.
I know, and we had a lot of high contenders in this group from stuff, and we know them from.
We know that there are some very, very
like
very
Loki
gackers.
for sure from RSG is going to be a contender.
Yeah,
again, I have no clue what's happening after this. Like, I will be watching with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, but I would definitely put money on Gom and Loki being one of those 2, but I don't know who that third's going to be. I mean, Warrior's good, Dylar is good. We know Clash is good. Clash is a theory crafter, so Clash is always going to have that nefarious brain that allows him to theory craft his way out of trouble.
What was it? Loki, Gom, Grace?
You think Loki, Gom, Grace? Well,
I don't know. I mean, so and a lot of this, and here's the thing as well. And one of the things that I think I have loved about the show and what we've done so far is that the community that we've created, we have basically created a network, a stupid big network of content creators that some of them had worked with each other in the past on different things and been on each other's streams and everything, but really the platform of GACenter and the Discord that we've kind of created, that all of them are together, just creators, are able to more easily talk and communicate and be like, oh, hey, well, what do you thought about this? Like today, the information for the armor came out.
Yes.
And so everyone was chatting in Discord about that, and that happens in other places, but it's something special when you have literally a bunch of creators whose sole thing they do on this platform is to talk about these things, all interacting and communicating with each other. And it's like, hey, we have different things they can do. So
I know of at least 2 people that will be wailing out on the new character, and that's only because they've got Relic Sabine Wrens. So yeah. They're one of there's a couple of people that are going to be happy with that. But anyway, that is the table. There is nothing else more to talk about there. I'm going to take us over to thoughts and acknowledge. Oh, that's not good. Why is the screen white flare? I'm blaming you.
I don't know, Neil.
I'm blaming you for this.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, no. It's gone now.
Hey, we're back.
We're back.
Hey, guess what? We're professionals.
We're precious, yes. Okay,
all right.
So, yeah.
Thoughts and acknowledgements.
On to thoughts and acknowledgements, yes. Well, obviously, I will repeat something that I haven't said since last week. Ranger will be my co-host for Season 2. So if you don't already know this, you now know. Flair is stepping back from being a co-host of the show to being production staff. He is going to be concentrating more on the production side of he's still going to be there. You know, don't worry. He is still
Y'all
going
can
to be.
still-
He is going to be in that Discord server so that the plethora of competitors can remind him week in and week out, have you joined GAC Flair?
Can I just remark that I enjoyed making some people freak out and wonder, not probably not actually freak out, but be like, join GAC. Waited till the last minute. And I really wanted to just see who would freak out the last minute. I caved. I did it 5 minutes before. I was gonna do it 2 minutes before, but whatever. And no, Lazy, there will not be a Make Flair Drink channel point redemption. But yeah, no. So thoughts and acknowledgments for the course of today's episode of GACenter. Let's see here. We have 3 follows. 3 follows from Calvin Awesome, Commander Kwai, and the Playbook. All following the channel.
The Playbook is following the channel.
And that puts us to... What does that put us to numbers wise? Let me go back and check. Where's the bot? I had a bot that does all those things. I think we're supposed to be at a certain... I forget what number we're at. It's a big number. But yeah, no, guys. For my last time as the co-host of the show, thank you all for joining us over this 6-month venture that is continuing for another 4 months for a season, as Ranger takes my place. And yeah, it's been a ride. It's been a journey. This has been a different experience for me, in terms of the live hosting part of it. And honestly, hopefully everyone has fun with what they do. Obviously I'm still around. You all can make fun of me for not signing up for GAC. But yeah, we appreciate everything, all the views, the support for this, and all the creators that are a part of this and have enjoyed being a part of this. Thank you guys, seriously. So, Neil, anything you gotta say, buddy?
Yeah, just want to quickly add in there to chat. Now, the playbook is somebody that was mentioned after we'd already locked in every new competitor for the division. But we do have a list of people that we like to keep in reserve in case people either stop streaming or retire. We've had people retire. We have had people that just decide they're not going to stream and join and stuff like that. So Fatal, the Playbook, I know you're out there. I know you're listening.
He's in chat.
We did actually put you on a first reserve list, but we kind of like to keep that secret because we like to throw people in there at the deep end when people fall by the wayside, so that we can kind of surprise our viewers. It's like, oh, look who we've got in as a reserve, because we had to do it last season when Mobile Gamer quit the game.
Completely quit.
And we did that with DPK. And when Urza quit the game, we had several people right at the beginning of last season quit the game.
Yeah, Urza quit, but obviously he's back now.
Obviously he's back now, but
like a
Urza
month
quit.
in.
But we had people quit the game at the beginning, and people leave at the beginning. So we do actually keep a secret reserve list. Yes,
so secret, I forget who's on it half the time.
I know, I forget who's on it half the time. But yeah, no, that's it. That will be it. That will be it for today. Okay. Come back same time next week, where we start throwing you stats for all of the competitors that we have for GAC season 2.
It's gonna be a wild ride. It's gonna be a wild ride.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Neil.
Mm-hmm.
As we end out, best of luck to you and Ranger on co-hosting all this. Hopefully it keeps on going as well as it has the last 6 months. And yeah, guys, until next week, where I'm not going to be here, Ranger is going to be right here. Y'all take care. Be nice to each other. Take care of yourselves. Be nice to each other. We'll see you all on the flip side of all this. Neil.
Yes, mate.
One last time, buddy.
The last time.
Hit the button, mate.
You got it. Ta-ta for now, folks.
See you guys.